And I am pleased to welcome to the 2025 edition of Statehouse Conversations, familiar face, Representative David Abbott of Rome City, up the northern part of the state, District 18. I always say, when in Rome City, do as the Roman citizens.
That's right.
So we've all talked about budget and property taxes, and they're important. You got to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm reminded that when I sit down with you and your colleagues, this is about bills that affect people in different ways across the state. And you have a number of bills this session that aren't necessarily budget, property taxes, or Medicaid.
Right.
Talk about those.
Okay, well, actually, I do have one bill on over 65 property tax
Okay,
reduction.
talk about property tax. Yeah, all right.
But it's probably going to get absorbed into one of our priority House bills.
This will be a little more break for those above the age of...
Yeah, the deductions and the amount of thresholds that you have to meet to qualify for that over 65 are falling behind the cost of living, COLA. So what we're trying to do is increase those thresholds as our economy has inflated. But it's also very similar to what we're trying to do with tax credits for our property taxes. So you probably will not get heard, but you'll probably see it in some shape or form within another bill.
I didn't mean to slight your property tax reform bill.
No,
and believe me,
important.
as I approach 39, that issue is more important to me all the time.
Yes. Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Thank you for not laughing out loud. What else should we highlight this session?
Well, I've got a bill. This for me personally. I've got a bill on honoring our Gold Star families. Right now, federally, all federal parks are free access to Gold Star families. And, all paid some and some paid all. And this is honoring those that paid all, not to take away from our veterans. We've done a lot for veterans, and I want to continue to do a lot for veterans. Unfortunately, in this bill, I was unable to put that in because of the tremendous fiscal that was going to create. And it would have killed the bill. It was offered 2 years ago, and that is what killed the bill. And it was a multi-million-dollar fiscal.
And in a budget year, it's always tough
and everybody's lucky to get any appropriation. So we left it for now with the Gold Stars. And by working with the BMV with the Gold Star license plate, or you could ask for a permit, and you go through the process to qualify that you are a Gold Star. It gives you lifetime free access for you and all your relations to see.
These are moms and dads, spouses of those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our service men and women.
And I think it's just a great way to honor them. It's a small fiscal, and that's what's going to probably help this bill get through. But I think more importantly, we're honoring those that have paid the ultimate price.
It'd be interesting to see who stands up and opposes that bill on the floor.
Well, we're hoping nobody, but...
well, you're on a roll now. What else do you want to see enacted this session?
Well, okay, another one is that, we've seen a lot of the illegal immigration and some of the issues with crime, things like that. One of the things that's becoming more and more of an issue, and it's only going to get worse for a while, is that's people criminally trespassing on other people's properties. They move into, let's say, an apartment or a home, maybe while the folks are out of town on vacation. Some people live in Florida, come back, and there's someone's moved in. It's hard to get them out. Right now, currently, if the sheriff doesn't remove them, because they have a lot of fear that they might get into a landlord-tenant relationship instead of a criminal trespasser, they will go through an eviction process. This bypasses that, expedites the process, whereby the property owner can come home, find someone in there, fill out an affidavit that swears that they are not in any type of contractual agreement. The sheriff, once presented that, will be mandated to come out and remove those occupants.
So that reduces to hours what was a weeks-long proposition.
And there's some complication in the eviction process where it could go on and on. This could literally be done the same day. Yeah. And I think that's a good thing just for property rights. So.
Any others you want to highlight on your agenda?
I'm very concerned with our water quality. I have met with Holcomb before, and we were working on a project.
You got a few lakes up there in your district, right?
I have hundreds of lakes in my district alone, and it's God's country up there. And that's really a big deal because
naturally created, not this dam-created lakes that they pass off as lakes, right? This is the real deal.
Yes, the real deal.
Yeah.
We have lakes that are getting loaded with phosphorus, and it's just a matter of progress and technology and economic growth. But the byproduct is we have phosphorus, and it comes from all sources, getting into our waters. Phosphorus never goes away. It just gets resuspended into the water. It forms an algae, which becomes toxic algae that will kill dogs, harmful to humans. and then it just never goes away. So this is a process that will remove it, give it kind of like a booster shot or an antibiotic. It will get that phosphorus out of the water so that we can continue our clean water initiatives of watershed developments, buffer strips, cover crops, things like that. This will give us a big jump start. And this is an economic issue. It's not just people that want clean water so their kids can go swimming. People come to our state because they want quality of life. They're not looking for jobs like traditionally. They want a nice place to raise their family. Schools, parks, quality of life, water, and everybody wants clean water. And this is a bill that will enhance that water. Our businesses are dependent on a workforce, and we have a shortage of housing, which I could get into a whole topic on housing. But when it comes to our workforce, they're finding it hard to get people that want to work. A lot of times people don't want to work anymore, and there's a shortage of workforce. They know that when they go to an area of our state that has these quality of life projects, that's where the people coming into our state are gravitating to. So this is going to bring tourism in. It's going to maintain property values, which you lose property values, that shifts to somebody else that has to make that difference. So it's good all the way around. Now it's going to take some money. We're trying to do a pilot project first, but then the results of that pilot project will drive a sustainability program for this whole state once we form a policy.
So many of these issues start with a discussion and a pilot program, and oftentimes go from there.
So we got some bills that we'll get out there to get it out in the public's view so they can see what we're trying to do.
All right. Well, no shortage of things on your agenda.
Nope.
David Abbott, Rome City, District 18. Thank you for taking time to talk about some of your priorities this session. Thank you for your commitment to the state of Indiana and to public service. I greatly appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be here.